What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another training. Today, I'm going to share with you the four money blocks that I see they're the most common that might be sabotaging your success, your abundance. Now, I've been in rooms with multi millionaires many times. I've been in multiple transformational coaching programs, business coaching programs. I've also been creating my own successful business for the past 6 years. And I'm going to share with you the four money blocks that I see most that are getting in the way from so many people's abundance, so many people's financial success. All right, guys, the four money blocks. Now, the first things first, when I dive into this training here, is the goal here today is to bring awareness to your money blocks. So that way you can go do some self reflection, observation to see what might be in the way of you and your abundance. So, number one is money is hard. The core belief that money is hard. Now, the reason why this one is a big crutch in the way, because as we know through our belief system, our RAS, how it all works, if you've been watching my YouTube channel, that your brain will filter in its core beliefs. You will try to find evidence in your external world to reinforce those same core belief systems. And how the idea that your beliefs don't want to be broken. Think of them as a loop. They want to be able to repeat themselves over and over again. Now, that really does come down to safety as well, right? Safety, as in if I keep doing the same thing, if I keep acting the same way in my life, if I keep having the same beliefs, then I'll keep getting the same results, which means I'll stay alive. So, if you have a core limiting belief that money is hard, what do you think is going to happen in your life? Right? You're going to go out and search for hard ways to make money. You're going to miss the opportunities where you might make money in an easier way. You might think that these opportunities are scams, so you won't even give them the time of day. But it all comes down because that core belief that money is hard to make. So see what I mean? You might even notice an example of maybe in your own life, or maybe you'd notice other people say how like, oh, well, that must be a scam, or it can't be that easy, right? That's all coming from their core beliefs that money equals hard to make. So we want to rewire that though, right? Because is that universally true? Is it universally true, right? It might have been true for you in your own personal experience, but is it universally true that money's hard to make? No, not at all, right? And we know this. We know this because if you look at the hardest workers in the world, usually they're not the billionaires, they're not the millionaires, right? So that's a limiting belief. So that's the first one today is knocking out is that money is hard to make. Now, number two that we got in the top corner here is money equals stress. So this is the one that I dealt with a lot in my life growing up because when I was younger and I would look at our family and money coming in, I would usually connect money equals stress. Money equals stress. So what I went out into my life is I would find myself in patterns. And the patterns that I got stuck in was, let's say money came into my life, right? So I would I would work hard, and then eventually money would come into my life. And whenever I would hit a money goal, what I would quickly do after is I would self-sabotage. And I would do it in unconscious ways that I wouldn't even recognize. And the next thing you know, I'd find myself losing the money. So I'm losing the money. The money's disappearing, the money's going away, or I'm getting stressed out because I'm self-sabotaging myself. And then I would go back into a stressful state, and then I would go work my guts out to try to get it back. And this was a never-ending loop. But why was that happening? Is because I had a core belief system that money equals stress. So it almost is uncomfortable to make money in any other way because it didn't fit my reality. It didn't fit my personal reality. It didn't fit my personal belief system. This is how powerful the beliefs are. Like, this is how powerful our belief systems are. And I wish I knew this at a young age. And that's why I'm so passionate about this now and sharing this with you guys because it can really help you not only succeed way much faster, but doing it at such a more fun way, such a more fun way. So, money equals stress. Again, is that universally true? No, right? Money can bring a lot of freedom. Money can solve a lot of problems. So that's not universally true. So that's the next one to dissect. Number three equals money is evil. Okay, guys. So a lot of the conspiracy theories talk about this, but there's actual science behind it. There's actual meaning behind it. For example, when you look at Disney, right? The rich people. What's all common with them? What's all common is that they're the bad guys, right? Robin Hood, if you look, steal from the rich, give to the poor. If you look at Peter Pan, like and Captain Hook and stuff, the rich pirate that was evil. All these Disney cartoons and shows that you watch at a young age, what is it programming you to believe? That money equals bad. And you'll even hear this. Everybody you see, like I see this online on TikTok all the time, that all billionaires are so evil and they're not moral. Or a lot of like the spiritual side of community will say that money and being rich is actually not spiritual. It's not the way to go, right? But that's not true because then you're literally just saying, yeah, I'm just not going to tap into my own power and potential. I'm not going to tap into my own abundance. I'm going to close that door. Right? That's just a belief system. Is money actually evil? No. The actual truth is that money, what money actually is just a tool to get what you want. But at the deeper level, money is energy, right? So what does that mean? When you have more energy come into your life, it amplifies more of who you are. So if you become evil off money, odds are you're probably a little bit evil before. Okay, so that's a limiting belief. But imagine how much that can affect you. If you truly believe something is evil and bad, what do you do in a daily, like, what do? You want to get away from it, right? You're trying to like get away from it, push it away, right? If there's a bad person around you, what do you want to do? You want to get away from them. So if you believe money is bad and evil, you're automatically going to try to push it away. So you'll see this. It's very common. A lot of people, money's the root of all evil. Money brings all the problems. Money is so bad. No, what's bad is our relationship and our beliefs around money. Okay, because here's the thing is someone who is ultra financially abundant and rich, right? I bet you odds are they're never ever going to say money's evil and bad. All right. So that is the third one is money is evil and bad. And the fourth one that we got for today, guys, is I don't deserve this or I'm not good enough. Okay. I don't deserve this or I'm not good enough. Oh, you make all this money. I don't deserve this. Make all this money. I'm not good enough for this, right? That's a limiting belief. It's a limiting belief. Does the whole world agree that you don't deserve that? No. Does the whole world agree that you're not good enough for that? No. It's a limiting belief that was programmed into us. Because let me ask you this. When you looked at your baby self who was just born into this world, were they automatically like non-deserving? Were they automatically just never going to be good enough? No. So the best news about seeing that truth is that somewhere down the line in your life, that was programmed into you, but it's not actually you. So we can let that go. So that's the fourth one, because if you don't believe you deserve something, well, you're just going to push it away, right? You're going to give all the money away. I don't deserve this. It's going to feel uncomfortable, right? If you don't believe that you're good enough, it's going to feel very uneasy. It's going to feel very uncomfortable, right? And automatically we're going to get it out of our lives so we can get back to that comfortable, safe state. So that is the four core beliefs, guys, that I've noticed that are sabotaging so many people's success and financial abundance. And here's the last idea I want to share with you is that when it comes to the idea of abundance, right, we often only tie it into money. But here's the thing. Abundance is so much more than you think. I'm just going to show you real quick. Okay. This is how you tap into your abundance. My mindset coach shared this with me, and it was a game changer. She said, every time you go into a nature park, I want you to understand that is yours. When you go out into nature, into the woods, and you go to those government or those nature parks that the government runs, that's yours. That's yours. How much is that worth? Millions, billions, right? That's your abundance. Tap into it, realize it, accept it, allow it. You want to focus on it. This is how you start practicing being abundant in your life is not when I get rich, then I'll feel free. When I get more money, then I'll be more calm. No, you be it now and then you attract it, right? You see it now, then you focus on it now, and then you bring more and more of it into your life. So it's not just money. Money is definitely a big part of it, but there's your thoughts, your creative mind, your ideas that you can come up with to make more money, the nature that you have around you, the time that you have, the people that you have around you. the resources, the online world. You have so much unbelievable abundance. It's all around you. You just need to open up that lens to it. When you can tap into that, ooh, ooh, you're gonna be feeling so much better. You're gonna feel so much more free, so much more empowered, so much more powerful overall. And I think that is the training for today, guys. So if you liked this training on money and mindset, make sure you subscribe down below for more, as I'll make more trainings if I notice that this does well. I'll keep making more and more, whatever I can do to help you guys out. This is my dream. This is my passion, to help people rise, help people heal, help people transform themselves, to build self-belief, and most importantly, chase your dream. Because when you chase your dream, when you're on the path of self-discovery, you find the most you possible. You experience the most you possible. And that's one of the greatest gifts ever. All right, guys, have an amazing, amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.